The Adventures of Henry Egg. Once upon a time, there was a lot of ice. Actually, there was tons of ice. And on the ice, there was a bear called Dan. A few eggs called Henry, Shelley, and Eskimo Joe. And believe it or not, a wooden pole. One day, the pole began to vibrate, ever so slowly at first. Then it shook, and it shook, and it shook, and it creaked, and it stopped. The pole did creak. The pole did shake. Did it break? Not yet. The bear was out on his skates, checking for fish. He came across a hole in the ice, and sitting beside the hole was Eskimo Joe. "Shh," said Joe. "I'm fishing." Dan was perplexed. "What is an egg doing fishing on my ice?" The pole did creak. The pole did shake. Did it break? Not yet. The sun shone, and Henry sat on a deck chair enjoying the winter break. Shelley was sipping an Ice Mary through a giant straw. She slurped divinely on the crushed ice, the cranberry juice, and a touch of snowflake drink. Dan whizzed by rather too fast on his skates, waving madly as only a bear could do. He hit the pole rather too hard for his liking. The pole did creak. The pole did shake. Did it break? Not yet. The pole made a funny noise, and a crack appeared in the ice. Slowly it grew, and it snapped off a huge chunk into the sea. Shelley and Dan Bear were sent flying into the air. "Eggs on ice," said Shelley, as they all came to a stop in the snow pole. The pole wobbled and wibbled, and it moved again. The pole did creak. The pole did shake. Did it break? Not yet. Eskimo Joe heard the noise and was not amused. His fishing trip was ruined, and he stormed off to his igloo. "This is not the way they should act in this special place on Earth." And all of a sudden, his house slid sideways near to the sea, and he looked very frozen with fear. "My home is slip-sliding away." The pole did creak. The pole did shake. Did it break? Not yet. He slid over to the igloo and he knocked on the door. "I'm not in," said the door rather loudly. "Can't you see this is a disaster in the making?" Henry looked puzzled and perplexed. The pole did creak. The pole did shake. Did it break? Not yet. Dan Bear was afraid. His land was breaking up. The sun was shining, but his heart was breaking. He reached for the pole and he shook it hard. The ice grew thin, the crack grew larger, and nobody knew what was going on. The pole did creak, the pole did shake. Did it break? Not yet. There was a knocking sound. Came from the pole. "Hello," it said. "Is there anybody up there? Does anybody speak penguin?" Shelley, Dan, and Eskimo Joe looked on in amazement. "What is that?" they all said. The pole spoke again. "Hello, hello, I'm down here." The pole did creak, the pole did shake, but did it break? Not yet. Now then, no, we all know that there's no such thing as a pole that goes through the earth. The wind blew, the ice flew. The temperature was very, very cold. And all of a sudden, Dan began to dance around the pole. "Look at me," he said. "I'm break-dancing on ice." The pole did creak. The pole did shake. Did it break? Not yet. Joe thought and thought, and he came up with the answer. "I've some ice glue in my igloo," he said. So he squished a whole lot of the ice and waited to see his results. Henry said it would never work, and he moved over, and the glue stuck him to the ice. "Oh no, I'm stuck." Shelley glared and was furious, but being the greatest singer around, began to hit the high C's. "See!" And the ice broke into 1,000 pieces, and Henry was shot into the clear blue sky. The pole did creak, the pole did shake. Did it break? Not yet. The sea began to flood the ice. The eggs and the bear were scared, and the igloo sank into the sea. The earth began to shake. "Oh no," they all cried. "What are we going to do?" The earth did creak, the earth did shake. Did it break? Not yet. The end.
The Adventures of Henry Egg.